Hello everyone, this is Raymond. So today I'm going to be teaching all of y'all who subscribe to my channel for my cubing content how to solve a 3x3 Rubik's Cube with one hand. So let us just get started. Okay, so the first thing you want to decide is which hand you're going to use. Generally, I would say for right-handed people, it might be a smart idea to use your left hand because you do a lot of R U-turns in your two-handed solving, and it's easier to do those with your. It's better for fluidity, I guess. When you do them with your left hand, you can just use your pinky and your pointer finger, index finger, yeah. Okay, yeah, and I mean, you can try it with your right hand as well to see which one works best for you. I used to do right-handed solving before I learned the advanced method. Then I realized that it was really uncomfortable because you were just using one finger over and over again like this, and it's pretty uncomfortable. But if you were to use your left hand, you can, yeah. Okay, so I mean, whether you use the right hand or left hand, that's your choice, and I'm just gonna demonstrate with the left hand. And yeah, let's officially get started. So, I wanted to start with turning. So let's do some basic turns with the key with one hand. Okay, so a lot of turns, as I mentioned, we're gonna do are R and U turns. So here's a quick drill you can do. So we know that for two-handed, we practice R, U, R prime, U prime a lot, right? For one-handed, you can practice that as well. You just gotta do it with one hand. So for R's, you turn it with your pinky finger, like this. Just push up. And then R prime, a lot of top cubers do it like this. They bring the pinky finger to this position and then push down from there, like that. Personally, I don't do that. Personally, I just do this. So, yeah, so I keep my pinky finger down here and I just push. But you could try both. You could try this one, see if this works better for you. I mean, the majority of the one-handed solvers use this instead of what I do, which is this. Okay, and then for U prime, it's a little easier than U. You just use your left index finger and then you just do this. And then for U, there's two ways. You could either do this, which is rarely used by top speed cubers as their like main U finger trick. Most people would actually do this. Okay, and then for D's, you can just, I mean, that's D2 flick. That's a D2 double flick. You could also use pinky ring. I mean, and then for U2, you could do this. R2, you could do double flicks, right? Yeah, and for regular D, you couldn't just use your ring finger and you just push that way. It's pretty easy. And then for D prime, just do it like this. I don't know if there's anybody who actually brings their ring finger all the way to here to do this. I generally just give it a push at this position. Okay, and then F. For Fs, I generally change my hand positioning a little bit, and then I do this. It's kind of a weirder turn, but it takes time to get used to. And then for F primes, I would change my hand positioning, or actually for F primes, I would do a rotation, and then just do U prime. But there's another way which would look like this. And then I guess the next thing, our next thing is just B turns, right? For B turns, B prime, you just go that way. You just do a rotation and then do U prime. And then for B's, I would not do a full rotation and then do U. I would just sort of do a half rotation and then just push from there, like that. Okay, so after we have a basic idea of how to do basic turns, let's just get to some combinations. So let's do RU, R prime, U prime, D, RU, R prime, U prime, D prime, U, R, U prime, R prime. You could keep it random and let yourself practice. I mean, yeah, practice all sorts of combinations. You can also just do RU, R prime, U prime over and over. And then maybe you could practice some algorithms, like the edge cycle algorithm. Yeah, it takes time to get used to. And now let's talk about the actual solving part. And yes, since I've taught you guys to be color neutral, I'm going to be color neutral here as well. Okay, so obviously the solving procedure is the same, except you're only using one hand. So let's see here. Could do the orange cross. Yeah, and okay, since I have not taught the advanced method yet, I'm just going to be doing the beginner's method here. And you just make sure you're able to execute your basic algorithms and sequences with one hand. For example, you know that this piece is supposed to go here. You just put it in there. This piece, just for this piece, don't do this. That is slow. Instead, you can do sort of a half rotation and temporarily treat this layer as a U and then this layer as R. So you can just do this and then rotate back. And the last piece. Okay, so now got this algorithm, right? Just now we were here, we saw this one first, so it's better not to do a rotation and just start. So we just do this, if you guys remember it. And then this one, that's supposed to go here. So again, you can sort of do a half rotation and treat this layer as U temporarily and this layer as R. That'd be faster to execute. And then this one. Okay, I got pretty lucky. I get to encounter each case exactly twice. There. And then you just, if you remember the F finger trick, do that. Yeah, I would do F prime like this sometimes, which is just might be uncomfortable at first. Yeah, and there. And then you just finish off like that. Alright. Gonna do one more, and then we'll call it for the day. I gotta further scramble that thing. Okay. So this time we can do actually figure orange might be easy again. Okay, so yeah. Then you just get to your first layer, right? And then that piece. And then in this case, we know that this slot is solved and this slot has not solved. We can just do that to save ourselves a rotation, and then we'll start working on the last slot. All right. Wait. And then, yeah, you just there. Yeah, so just know how to execute your algorithms with one hand. It takes a little practice, and yeah, the turning might feel weird at first, but you do it more, your hands will get stronger, and yeah, that's how you improve. Thank you guys for watching.